Hello there, everybody. Wee Paddy from across the shuck, and it's another one of my wee versus challenges. Today it's the Benchmade Bugout, and I'm going to give you two options to go up against it today at two different prices. And if I can do that with any of these knives in this wee series, I'll do that. If it's two or three, to give people options. If they don't like one, they might like the other. So anyway, this is the best EDC knife I have. Now, there's a wide statement there for a lot of lovely knives there. But for everything or for every task, this knife will fit in for EDC. And it's better at some things than others, but it can do anything. It is a lightweight throw in your shorts pocket, no problem. It can do as much hard work as any other knife that I have. It has fidget factor if that plays a part of your knife. It also looks nice. There's so many different scales you can buy for it. It is probably one of the best bought knives in the last year. It's just beautiful. It's lovely. I can't find fault with it. It does everything it says it said it was going to do. It's a deep carry pocket clip short, but you can change it to any other Benchmade clip. There's so much you can do with this knife that you can't do with other knives. So I'm starting off with a really, really great challenge. How can I get something to be equal with this? And the simple answer is I can't. But I can get others that can approach it in maybe different ways. These two, one of them's plastic handle like this is, and the other is a G10 handle. But it's the shape of the knife and what it can do, and weight-wise. So let's just get started. I'm going to give you a quick my run through on the Benchmade Bugout, why I like it. I love the drop point blade shape. The added characteristic of swedges just enhance the knife and make it look nice. I love the blade shape, and it's a full flat grind. Well, not full flat. You have a little bit of flat up here, but a flat grind blade on it that comes down fairly thin. It's a very thin blade stock, so it's an amazing slicer. Lovely little point for doing scalps or anything that you want to do. If you wanted to take this on your day out and use it as a bug out knife, it's there. It'll do anything. The action on it is absolutely superb. It just drops shut absolutely beautifully. The scales, yes, everybody moans about them. They can bend. Yeah, they can bend, but you don't bend. You don't hold a scale like that. You hold a scale like this. The pressure you're putting on a knife is here. It's not here, or it shouldn't be. You should be pushing down on a knife, not trying to, Anyway, there's not a problem. I've never heard of anybody having trouble with bending the scales in use. So that says that it's not a problem to me. So what length is it? This wee blade weighs, or what length weighs? The length is 7.5 inches long, which is 19 centimeters. The blade length is just over 3 inches, and it's 8.5 centimeters. So there you go. What weight is this knife? Let me just get that for you. Now, the weight. I'm just going to do ounces this time because it's too much going back and forward. It's 1.88 ounces. That's what it says it weighs. So it's literally, you do not feel it in your pocket. And this is what gets it above other knives. I know it's under the 2 ounces. So you genuinely put this in your pocket, you don't know it's there. If you're somebody like me who carries 2 knives, usually one on review, maybe 3 knives, but I'll maybe have one heavier one. When I throw this in my pocket, I don't feel it. So it's not, I don't feel as if I'm having to carry too much knife. It's perfect for that. It goes in my shorts, goes in my tracksuit bottoms. It's probably my most used knife. I have other beautiful knives, but this is probably, in all honesty, my most used for everyday tasks around the house. And just as a carrying knife, to carry out, it's just that. So I've got two comparisons. One that says G10, and it's a 14C28N Sandvik steel, which is a great steel. And the other one is plastic handles like that with no liners. It's virtually the same, except it has an Oz8 blade. But it's made by K-Bar, so the Oz8 is really well heat treated, which gives it longevity over a lot of Aussie knives. I love the blade steel on this knife. So let's start with the first one. The first one is a Kershaw Skyline. Look at that blade shape. They're nearly identical. There's a little swedge at the top of this, a bigger swedge on this one, a little bit bigger flat on this, but do you know what I mean? It is a thin blade stock. I think the blade stock is even thinner. It's even thinner than the Bugout. Great slicer. They're both great slicers. They both will do the same job. This has a flipper on it, which is quite nice if you're a flipper lover and you don't like the axis slot or the flicker. If you want a knife that's got G10 rather than plastic, if this worries you, this really is a solid knife. You can't squeeze this together. But the Sandvik steel is great. It'll not last as long as the S30V, but it'll last good enough for an EDC knife, and it's easily sharpened. Easily sharpened. They're near enough the perfect size. They're both exactly the same size. I'm just going to get you a little weight on the Kershaw. Oh, I wish this would stay on. Now, the weight on the Kershaw is, that's wrong, 2.5. So, the Kershaw weighs just a little bit more than the Bugout. But that half an ounce does make a difference if you have a pair of shorts on. It genuinely makes a difference. And if you're a shorter tracksuit man like me, you'll know that. You can feel the difference in your pocket. So, what other option have we got? Now, by the way, this is over $100. I'm going rough prices here. It's over $100. This is under $50. So you're down below half price to have a Kershaw, which, I mean, it's been around for years, but it's still relevant today. It's a beautiful knife, great steel, great handle, great ergonomics. It is so comfortable in the hand, so comfortable in the hand. So there's that. The next one is the K-bar. Let's do the comparison again. The K-bar blade and the Bugout. Near enough exactly the same shape again. This has a hollow grind in it, which makes it an amazing slicer. It's Aussie, but let me tell you, Bob Dozier does his Aussie absolutely amazing. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. This is plastic, and like the Bugout, when you see pictures of this, you think, oh, that's flimsy, but you see when you get it, it's a lockback, so it's a good, strong design. Listen to that. It just... It is solid. It looks like it's a wee delicate knife. It is not delicate. It is not delicate. You can do a lot of work with this knife. And this hollow grind, I'll put these together just to see the difference in the blade. The blade stock on this is thicker. The tip is thicker. So this is an option if you're maybe going to do a little bit more of a heavy duty rough kind of a thing rather than use your Bugout. Having one of these in your armory is fantastic, because this only costs $20. So, what weight is it? Let me just give you a wee weight on it. Now, let's just see. The weight of this is 2.2 ounces. So this is, 0.3 or 0.4 of an ounce less than the Bugout. It's $20 and it's more comparable than this. But I just thought I would show this just for the blade shape that are exactly the same. Again, they're all about the same length. There's not much difference in any of them. They'll all do the same work. This is $20, right? $20 and it will work just as hard as that. Yes, you might have to sharpen it a bit more, but, you should learn how to sharpen. If you like knives, learn how to sharpen. That's the answer. That is the answer to it all. Now, I'm going to take the Kershaw away because it's not a plastic handle, but I just wanted to throw it in as a real good option of a knife that's going to last you for the rest of your life. This could be your only knife. It is a lovely knife, an absolutely cracking one. But for same, like for like, plastic handles, steel blade, there you go. There's my offering to go against the Bugout. $20. This is a knife that will last you a lifetime too. It's not a flimsy little gas station knife. It's been proven because it's been around for I don't know how many years. I just couldn't tell you, but a lot of years. They're so similar. Very, very sort of, their handles are just negative. There's no real shape to them, so that makes them very, very easy to hold on to. Very easy. This is very comfortable. Very comfortable. As comfortable as this, if not a wee bit more, because I think it's a wee bit thicker. It is. It's a wee bit thicker, but more comfortable, I think. The only bit that I don't like in this is the pocket clip, but that's a real nitpick. Aussie steel, I don't mind in the slightest when it's heat treated right. It's a good steel. And this one is heat treated right. It's a good steel. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the 2 offerings that I gave you. Let me see, I have another one of these wee stickers here. I'm enjoying doing this wee series, and if you want me to continue doing it again, just let me know. Don't let me flog a dead horse. If you're not enjoying it, just tell me, Stephen, I'm not enjoying it, and I'll stop doing them. But I think that there's an option for people out there. This is over £100. A lot of people won't go over $100. They'll not think about it. So, and I've got a lot on my channel, so this is a nice way of getting knives out, getting it to see it, and comparing them against each other. $100, over $100, under $50, $20. How good is that? And to me, that is just fantastic value out there. And whatever knife you get, I bought this because I wanted it. I don't regret buying this for a second. It's an amazing knife. I bought this. I don't regret buying it for a second because it is an amazing knife. And that is the truth. That's not waffle. They are both great knives at a completely different price point. This was a gift from Jay over at the Knife Beater channel, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Is it as good as these 2? It's a wee bit heavier. If you want to be pernickety, it's a wee bit heavier. I don't like the pocket clip. That's the one thing I don't like. But it's a good option if you want a wee bit more upgrade than the Bob Dozier. But if you ask me, give me a knife that compares with this as a work knife, as a one that's going to last you, K-Bar. $20 will last you every bit as long as that, I believe. It's been about years to prove that it can. So, I flogged a dead horse here. Thank you very much for listening. Let me know how you like it. Take care. Paddy's away. Cup of tea. I have half of one here. It's gone, Kyle. See you later. Bye-bye now.